If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button. Of course, subscribe for more FIFA 21 and eventually FIFA 22 content. If you want to get some coins to see you through Path to Glory, head on over to u7buystore.com. New link down below, brand new website, but same old code. TVM gets you 5% off at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new video. And you can see one fella right there that EA have released. But before we talk about him, let's talk about the objectives. So they've not dropped anything in the standard objectives, and the reason for that is because the season is about to finish. As you see in the top right, 1 day, 23 hours left, so they've put it in milestones. For the first time this FIFA, I'm pretty sure, they've put a Silver Stars player in milestones. We've gone weeks in FIFA, or some weeks in FIFA I should say, where we've not had a Silver Stars player because EA didn't know. And let's be honest, it wasn't because they were lazy. They literally didn't know in their own game how to put a Silver Stars player in that would cross over between seasons. Apparently the answer was to put him in milestones. We went weeks where we didn't have a Silver Star player because they didn't know this. And now, the 28th of July, however many months it's been since the game's come out, they've now realised. I didn't have internet for a while, so they may have done this like a couple of weeks ago or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that's the first time. Weekend League Plus is there as well because, of course, it would reset. Now, we have an Adama Traore, very, very similar to the Atal objective that we have here, whereby you go through, do a couple of things. I would recommend putting a standard Adama in here so that you could tick off the overall games played, and then at some point you will hit the 89 foot birthday. Really good card to pick up, still very usable, a lot of fun. And then use him to unlock the 92. Some people will stay at the 92. I think what they should have done was maybe made Adama Traore's group reward card a striker. And then that maybe would have encouraged some people to continue on. Because I do know a fair few people will stop at that 92 and think, you know what, I'm alright with it. I'm done. I'm happy with that. It's a good card. They could easily have made people want to press on if they'd done a bit of a position change or something. Maybe made him as a CDM, boosted his defensive stats slightly, and then the group reward as it is right now. Anything like that would have made it a little bit more interesting. But either way, not complaining because this card looks great. Both cards look great. Look great. English. And there we go. Another 5 segments and you've got it all completed. Not the best pack return, I won't lie to you, but you never know. There are so many crazy things in packs right now. You may get lucky. Possibly. But there's your milestones. The SBCs are a controversial one because there are definitely 2 or 9 sides to this story. So I scrolled through, and it's actually the 3rd time I've tried to record this video because every time I do it I have a different opinion. Zaha. Now, I can't remember whether he was left or right pick, so I can't go into my science of that, but what I can go into is the fact that he's 12 segments. I looked at it, I thought, what do they think? I either thought that they've cocked it up and thought this was an icon, or there's like 11 Crystal Palace footy cards, which by the way would have been sensational. Not that I'm a Palace fan, but it just would have been really cool to see maybe 11 Palace cards, or maybe 11 Premier League footy cards that were lower rated. You know, much like the international ones that they did. So like the Scotland one, for example. Maybe you open this up and you see 11 different Premier League clubs or 11 different Crystal Palace players that have, you know, but anywhere between sort of 88 and 92, 93, and you complete which ones you want, and the group reward is this 95 Zaha. That would have been absolutely outrageous. But no, what is it? Well, you click it, and it starts off like an icon, really, kind of. It's just the standard, you know, going through the motions kind of thing. 11 gold players, don't have to be rare, just standard, and then you get into your 11 gold or rare gold cards. 30 chem, it's not difficult, it's just again a case of going through the motions and getting it done. Then 77 rated team, 78 rated team, another 78 rated team, a 79, 2 80s, an 81 and 82, an 83 and an 85 to get this Zaha. Now, when I first saw it, my first initial thought was the reason that they've done that is because they've released the 82 plus player pick and the 83 to 89 upgrade, I think. And both of them require 81 rated teams. Now, what's happening to 78 rated cards and below? Well, nobody's buying them because nobody needs them. So Obviously, EA need to somehow raise the price of these, and this is the way that they do it. So all of the lower rated, non-rare golds, rare golds, etc., they're all now going to be a base minimum of however many coins, because people need them for this and another SBC that we'll talk about in a second. But the main premise is that this isn't as expensive as it looks, but it won't be cheap. But at the same time, I think it's going to be worth it for this Zaha because of how good he will be in game. Now, that's something that we need to look at first, is how good is he? Stats-wise, he's not the best card I've ever seen, but he's definitely up there with some of the better cards. And we know full well that Zaha fits this game very, very well indeed. I think he's had a couple of special cards this year, an inform that I remember in particular, and he was pretty damn good. And like I said, fits the game very, very well. 5-star skills. Okay, he doesn't have the work rate or the weak foot, but still a good card. And you know that that's going to be a good card in game, right? Happy days. Now, I'd love to know the price of it. It's 6:30, and they still on Futbin for some reason. I say for some reason. I know exactly why they don't have the price. It's because people can't be bothered to go through and fill in 12 segments to give me the price. If I can click it on Futbin and see if they've got an individual price for things. So, the top end, the 85 rated team, will cost you about 120,000 coins there or thereabouts. So the fact that the most expensive segment is actually only 120k, I don't want to hazard a guess as to how much the rest of it's going to cost. My guess would be anywhere between 5k and around 15k per segment, because it depends on which segment, like 82, 81, 80 and so on. I mean, overall, it's probably going to come in at a reasonable price. I don't think it's expensive. It's just long-winded. And I think that's what people don't like about it. The fact that it's quote-unquote effort, right? I don't mind them because they are quite easily grindable. If you look at these and you're thinking, well, I'd love to do this, but it's going to cost me a fair bit. Yeah, but you can grind these quite easily by doing other things, whether it be SBCs, whether it be playing the game, whatever it may be. If you pick up an 88 rated card and stick him in an 83 rated team, 82 rated team, or even an 81 and below, you offset that price massively. So the only real test is this 85, essentially. If you can get that 85 rated team done, that's the biggest chunk, and then the rest of it is just a case of going through the motions. So it's not actually that bad. I was outraged when I first looked at it, but now that I look a little bit more, I'm thinking, do you know what, it's not that bad at all. It's annoying, it's long-winded, I'm not a massive fan of it, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as it first looks. Now, the other thing that I was even more outraged by, but then when I thought about it a little bit more, I'm actually really like it actually, is the 85 plus upgrade times 10. Now, when I first looked at this, all I saw was 4 segments. I clicked it, had a look, it was a kind of a similar setup to the Zaha, but what annoyed me the most about it was that it's an 85 rated team, and then they've added these 3 segments, right? Now, normally, this SBC, correct me if I'm wrong, is just an 85 rated team. So the reason I was annoyed was because they've added an 82, an 80, and this rare gold collective 11, which is going to bump up the price considerably over what a standard 85 plus upgrade times 10 would cost. But when you look a little bit closer, it is repeatable, and it's there for 6 days. That means you can grind this quite easily. Once you've completed it once, it then all of a sudden becomes really simple, very affordable, and just not that expensive at all. So if you can, raise the 85 rated, 82, 80 rated teams and get this done as well, once you've done it once and you open that pack, even if you get 10 85 rated cards, all it's going to cost you to do another one is an 82, an 80, and then just this rare gold section. And that is if you are the most unluckiest person ever and all you get is 10 85 rated cards. If you get a couple of 88s or 188 and an 87, 86 or whatever, it makes it even cheaper again. Say you just open the pack, you get 2 88s and the rest are 85s. You then get this 85 section done for what you've just got in that pack. You also get the majority of the 82 done for what is in that pack. And you may even be able to knock off most of the 80. Just by putting 185 in there, it makes it so much cheaper. You can use 75, 76 rated cards. And it's basically another free go around. It might cost you an extra 20, 30k at most to get it done, and you can have another go. And with what's in packs right now, I think that this is a very good SBC. And a lot of people on Futbin have thumbsed it down because they've not really thought about it. They've looked at it and gone, ugh, 4 segments? No, I don't like it. Include the fact that it's repeatable and the fact that you get 10 85 plus rated cards every time you open or complete this SBC, and make it not free, but kind of close to free every single time. This all of a sudden becomes one of the best SBCs I think I've seen in a long time. You can quite literally grind this until you hit the card you want. Okay, like I said, it's going to cost you a few coins each time, but that grinds itself almost. It is like it's just insane. It's outrageous. I'm going to make a very inappropriate joke then. I'm glad I didn't. Demonetization. This Zaha, though, I am on the fence about it. I do like it and I don't like it at the same time. At the end of July, you don't really want it to be that long-winded and an effort. But at the same time, it's not actually that expensive. It just looks like a lot of effort. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think of the content in the comments. I like the amount of content that EA putting out. Like 6 o'clock content videos every day. You can almost guarantee that there's something to talk about. Whether it be an upgrade pack or, like, they've released Futties voting day today. It's for a 45k pack. It's tradable. Apparently it's a good SBC. People love that one. So, you know, there is something for everyone. Of course, we've had objectives today as well. What an absolutely banging day of content for some people. Other people may disagree. If you're one of those, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you have enjoyed this video, though, do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And until the next time, goodbye.